But generally there are only two types of knowledge. One is called as Padartha Jnanam, means knowledge of objects. And the second is called as Atma Jnana, Swarupa Jnanam, is knowledge of the subject. Because there are only two things here, subject and object. All material sciences that we study, or even all the literature, fine arts, that is, everything is knowledge of the world of objects, including the science of medicine, or even what you call psychology. That also is objective. But the question is, who is the knower of all these? Do we know ourselves? That even suspicion doesn't arise. Because we have taken so many things for granted. And we think we know ourselves. Another thing, one knowledge is knowledge of the world of objects, but do we know what is the ultimate cause of this world? That is not known to us. So Upanishad deals with this knowledge of the subject. Who am I? And also the knowledge of the ultimate reality, the absolute reality. One may ask, why should I know it? What is the purpose of knowing this? Now you say this is the subject matter. But the next question is, why should I know it? What will be the result? What is the purpose? Because ordinarily we feel that our life is going on okay, even if I don't know Upanishad. Because in all our worldly places, nobody inquires, do you know Upanishad? Because lack of this Upanishadic knowledge, we were refused admission in college, or we couldn't get married. In fact, sometimes that becomes an obstacle for marriage. If people think that he is very much interested in this knowledge, so they get scared only. These are so many wrong concepts are also there. So people think that life is going on. The point is, it is going on, no doubt. But how? Is it life of joy, cheerfulness, peace, fulfillment, happiness? Or it's going on. In Hindi, many times when you ask people, "Kaisa hai?" How are you? Chalta hai. The answer is chalta hai, it's going on. The car has not stopped, that's all. But it is making all possible sounds, creaking sounds and all that. When it will stop, don't know, nobody knows. Actually, if I don't know myself, then I definitely mistake. If ignorance is there, mistake will be there, error will be there. And mistake means suffering. In the same way, when the truth is not known of this world, what is the truth of this world, then only what is seen, that alone is taken as real. The greatest problem, the biggest problem is, when the truth is not known, the untruth and unreal is only taken as truth and real. And if untruth is taken as real, then the suffering is bound to be there. That is a consequence of it. So all the time we are suffering. And we don't know it is because of this ignorance that what we are suffering. And that is the reason why it is said the result of this knowledge is as it is said in the Upanishad itself, we will see that if you know this truth while living here in this world, then all is well with you. Asa satyam asti. And if you don't know, all is in the well. Then all the time there is only bhavakuva. They have fallen in the well of samsara. So the subject matter of the Upanishad is Atma Vidya or Brahma Vidya. The phalam, the result is the very end of all our suffering, characterized by all stress and strain and frustration, agitation, sorrows, anxieties, bondages. And naturally there is total sense of fulfillment, attainment of bliss. That is the result. Third question is, who is a qualified student for? For everything some qualifications are required. Luckily, here there is no such qualification that you should be a man or a woman or of this age or that age, or you must have this minimum college graduation degree. That is for our brahmachari's training course required. But for self-knowledge it is not required. That we require for different reasons. But otherwise, no such, even so-called illiterate person can be an enlightened man. So it doesn't depend upon literacy, your riches, how rich you are, nothing. There are some inner qualities that are required. Those inner qualities like the ability to discriminate what is good, bad, real, unreal, then dispassion towards unreal thing, the ability to give it up. When I know something is wrong, something is bad, something is disastrous, then I should be able to give it up. That's called vairagyam, self-control, and very important quality is faith. Faith in this reality, faith in the scriptures, faith in the teacher, faith in yourself. And last but not the least is intense longing for liberation. Remember, whatever we do, many times it is not because of lack or lot of thinking or anything, but there is some kind of urge, Like Wright brothers had, we want to fly. But why do you want to fly? I don't know, but I want to fly. I have to climb the Mount Everest. But why? Why don't you sit here peacefully? The man who wants it to be ever at rest, that's called Everest. Ever rest. Then the very thought of climbing the Everest mountain itself is quite frightening. But another person, there is some, but you cannot explain why. So here also, that longing, not enough of this kind of life which I am leading. I know all these material things, but I don't know myself. So I want to gain this knowledge. Such a person is a student of this. Means he or she will be most benefited by this. Now, after reading Upanishads, someone comes and says, Swamiji, that is okay, but tell me how to make money. I say, please, Upanishad is not meant for you. You go somewhere else. If all these kind of things wanted and all that, what is the use? Now I want to know what is real. I have lived enough now, this is an unreal thing. Then that student is most benefited. So here we find this Kenopanishad in Samveda. There is one student or there are more students, because from the body of the Upanishad it appears there are quite a few students learning from a teacher. We do not know what is the name of the teacher. The name of students are also not known. And they are not worried about that. They are not worried like we are. No. So I gave that idea, but the credit was given to somebody else. So we get so worried about all that, our name. But here the knowledge is important for them. That's all.